I love pet names. My favorite pet name is Pumpkin. I want to meet the first guy who had the guts to call a girl a pumpkin. It's a fat orange fruit with stripes. We smash on Halloween. First we carve out the eyes. Yeah, you're my pumpkin. Yeah, you're my pumpkin, pumpkin. Not giving you a mouth, pumpkin, so you can't talk back to me.
Orny Adams is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Stealing my Halloween bit.
Oh, that's an oldie, but I could sell that to you. You buying bits?
Oh, yeah, I'm buying pumpkin bits. Yeah, I'm not buying Arbor Day bits.
I got a
lot. I'm
lot.
buying Halloween bits.
I got Halloween bits. I got a lot. Yeah.
How much for the pumpkin bit?
Let me think about it.
Okay.
Because I know you're shrewd.
Oh, yeah, I drive a hard pumpkin bit bargain. Yeah. Yeah, no, obviously I would compensate you. I don't want to get into a Mencia type situation.
Yeah, no. It would be, we would have paperwork and everything. But I think that we should consider you doing a 1 hour pumpkin special show, Halloween show. Mm-hmm. Like on Halloween, you should go to one club and it should be the annual Adam Carolla, pumpkin joke.
I'm going to take it further. I'll call it Live from the Patch.
Oh.
And I'm going to set up a stage in the middle of a field of pumpkins and invite people in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can get to the front of the line.
Go right past
if
all
you
those.
Pay people.
Pay.
Yeah.
This Halloween, you're at Jimmy Kimmel's.
Oh, I am.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where I launch it.
Oh, and I'm there the next day.
There you go.
All right, what do you got, Dawson?
President Joe Biden said on Monday that his White House aides have told him he can't do things that he wants to do, but that he would do it anyway. He said this right before asking young girls to join him on stage. Biden shook hands with several elementary and middle school aged children on stage in the East Room after making the stunning admission at an event honoring the 2023 Women's Soccer League champions. He said, "It's going to be great. Let's hear Biden say it, and then I'll read it to you if it's unclear."
I thought when I got to be president, I'd get to do things that I want to do, but my staff tells me what I can't do, but I'm going to do it anyway. All the young women, young kids out there that are out there, come on up and do this when we stand behind me when we do this. Come on.
We could do the Macarena
and the guys.
And the guys. So he didn't say it directly, but indirectly. Apparently, his staff has told him, stop sniffing children.
No.
Yeah,
I believe it. Well, listen, he does a lot of I was told not to take questions. I don't know why he would say that out loud.
Yeah.
He did a lot of, they're going to get mad at me for answering questions, but I'll take a question. Why preface it? Why preface it?
I can tell you why.
With that, why not just take questions?
Yeah. Because he's addressing his staff passive aggressively.
Yes.
Just telling them to pound sand.
Yeah, he's saying, I'm told not to. They're wrong. I'm now going to do it. That's what's going on there.
I get it. And so maybe it is a passive-aggressive jab at the staff, but it also undermines your sort of legitimacy because you feel like there's some 28-year-old in the back telling you not to take questions from the press.
There are no winners, basically.
There are no winners.
You know what I would say?
And it's passive-aggressive to
I
the
would
staff.
say I'm going to invite all the kids up here, but my staff has told me not to suck their tongues like the Dalai Lama.
Yes. Speaking of my staff and sucking, come on, ladies. You soccer ladies wear shin guards. You wear knee pads as well.
Happy Halloween!
Now I got a vat of baby oil over here.
Oh, you should give out baby oil for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I gave away lube for a while. But water soluble. I'm responsible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I took a little heat from some of the other parents just giving away lube. Lots of lube, They were like, what about a mini Snickers bar? And I'm like, how are you going to put that up your ass with no lube?
Yeah.
And they were like, you don't have to put stuff up your ass. And I was like, this conversation's over. And I just slammed the door.
Here's the other thing.
And then
sorry.
But I did write some of the shit down because I was like, this is going to my Halloween special.
For sure. And you're the only house in the neighborhood that has 2 lines You've got the express line to the
right,
to the
right.
candy, and then the people that you passed, like at Disneyland, the Make-A-Wish kids.
I got the
kids
lube line.
Kids in wheelchairs, and Adam Carolla's walking by them, obviously wearing a shirt that says Carolla, because I've seen you in public.
Yeah, I wear
anything
the
to draw
jersey.
attention.
I wear my high school football jersey.
Formula One, yeah, your Formula One Carolla.
My mom used to give out walnuts and raisins, and then they would just get thrown. Our house would get pelted with this fucking walnuts.
In the walnut, like, did you give a nutcracker too, or are they like, aren't they in a thick shell?
Well, the nutcracker they do during Christmas time. This is
So you have to wait a month to eat the walnut from the Carolla family house.
No nutcracker, just whole in-shell walnuts, which are just essentially projectiles at that point. They're not food.
Did you guys have a walnut tree? Because that is some effort by your mom there, and that just doesn't seem right.
We bizarrely had a walnut tree. Hold on, we're not done yet, Dawson. We had a walnut tree that only produced weird green things with no shell that never turned brown. It was a fucked up. You know, out here in the valley, they have all these weird grapefruit lemon trees where it's like the skin is super thick and it's all fucked up and you can't eat it or do anything.
A shitty lemon tree, yes.
Yeah, or a grapefruit tree that's been, it has Down syndrome or something.
It's something.
We have like cross-pollinated fucked up trees that don't produce anything. And we had one of these walnut trees. All they do is drop these weird green things about the size. No nut. I would have lived off those fucking things if they were.
Well, I have an olive tree, and there's olives all over the ground. I should give those out for Halloween.
Yes, you should give olives out. Yeah, we also had a fucked up olive tree that just dropped purple olives that were inedible.
Yeah, like
it just stained everything, but you couldn't eat it.
Yeah, like dogs go over and sniff it, and they're like, "We're not even going to eat this."
Yeah, it's all the bad parts about having a fruit tree and none of the upside where you get the fresh lemons or the olives or the walnuts. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. A Florida sheriff deputy was arrested on Friday after he told investigators that he accidentally shot his girlfriend. Ocala police said in a press release posted on Facebook that they responded to the home of 32-year-old Leslie Blue, Leslie the man, a Marion County Sheriff's deputy, where they found his girlfriend with a fatal gunshot wound to the head.
What a tragic name.
I know.
Blue, Leslie
Plus,
Blue.
it was hyphenated because his mom's last name was Cox, C-O-X. So for
Blue
a while,
Cox.
all through junior high, it was Leslie Blue Cox. And that just left a scar.
So he was a cop?
He was a sheriff, yeah. He told officers that he had accidentally fired a loaded round from a rifle while he and his girlfriend were cleaning and dry firing their guns.
Can I say that?
The girlfriend, identified as Paulina Wright, 25 years old. Ballou was fired from the sheriff's department after his arrest, and the police department is investigating. Here's what Ballou said happened. He told investigators,
You got to go this direction. I mean, you can't poison anyone anymore because they just find your searches for poison and they find the box and they find the receipt from the hardware store you bought the zip ties from. Like, there's a trail.
Yeah,
All you can do if you want to kill a spouse is you have to go, I think we should get a gun and we should use it for home protection and you should have a gun. And then on a Sunday, we should clean our guns. And then you should just shoot her in the fucking face.
Right.
And then go, the gun went off. Because there is no more, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to put you in the rowboat. I'm going to take you out to the swamp. Like, there's just...
Yeah, they'll follow your phone.
They have everything.
They'll GPS,
All you can do is do everything above board and then just shoot them and then go back to discharge whatever, whatever.
I tell all women... on gun cleaning day, get out of the house. Go to the spa with the women. You know what I mean? Anytime a guy's like, hey, let's clean our guns together. It's not a group activity.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you clear out. Yeah.
I bet if we go on your computer and we put in, like, how, it autofills skip the line with all the losers in it at Disney.
All right, so what's
He
this
told
guy?
investigators that he and his girlfriend had eaten dinner and drank margaritas at a local
there you
restaurant. And when they got home, they'd found that firearm cleaning supplies had been delivered. So they went inside, where Ballou provided the girlfriend some training that included pointing guns at each other. Ballou told the detective he knew what he was doing was wrong, but he did it anyway. He said he and his girlfriend have, quote, done similar types of training in the past, but he did describe his behavior as sloppy.
And by the way, after this whole Alec Baldwin rust business, is anyone going to be able to pin this on anybody anymore? Just mistake, went off.
But if you're a cop, if you're trained in firearms, you know to like pull the thing back and see if there's a bullet in the chamber.
Yeah, but what you get is you get like negligent homicide or something when you don't get murder one. That's what you want, or manslaughter or something, you know?
He said he pointed the rifle at his girlfriend, and when he pulled the trigger, a round came out and hit the woman in the head. He said he'd forgotten that the rifle was loaded and had dry fired it once. He said, I know this looks really bad. I told her I did not want this to happen. I did not want to train her in the effing house like this.
It's her fault. Got to blame the victim.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's out of a job.
Does she have any kids?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Didn't say.
okay. No loss, right?
Yeah,
No.
motherless.
She's a hero.
I mean, someone's got to adopt that cat.
There you go. We didn't need
But we didn't need her.
Right.
Oh, no, wait. She was a hero, according to Tracy Ellis Ross. Or?
Yeah.
I can't keep my math right. I agree with you, though. We don't need her.
No,
She's
no.
gone.
You've
She doesn't
convinced
have
me.
kids.
You've turned me.
Yeah. Well, look, like I said, having kids, hero. Not having kids, hero. So hero.
But that's what
we
you got
lost
from the video.
hero.
The video is about these women defending that they're equal to people that have kids. But you don't want to see that. But that's fine. That's fine.
I don't like to watch assholes congratulate themselves.
Best part
That's
of that
what it is
Oprah
with
thing
me.
was at the end when Oprah said, you don't get a car and you don't get a car. Eric Stonestreet said he felt a little hurt when a Mitch and Cam Modern Family spinoff was rejected.
Now, let me ask you this. If you're gay, you can't use the term butt hurt, right?
Yeah.
But if you're not gay and you're straight, you can say, I was a little butt hurt. But if you played a gay role on television, but you aren't gay, are you allowed to say butt hurt? Orny, you first.
Okay, first of all, gay people can say butt hurt. You don't think they get butt hurt?
Oh, I think they get butt hurt every day, but they don't talk about it.
Not when they're with you. That thing slides right in. That little pencil dick of yours.
I think that's a slur to say butt hurt.
I don't feel comfortable with it at this day and age. You're right.
It's a slur. So I wouldn't say a lot of gay people would say butt hurt.
I don't feel comfortable saying whipped cream.
Oh, really? It's that
harkens back.
Yeah.
Slavery, whatever. I don't feel comfortable.
So you would not eat whipped cream in the master bedroom?
Not until they rename both of those.
You would eat churned cream, frothed cream in the primary suite.
Yes.
See what we're doing with language here?
I get it. And it all makes a difference.
It adds up.
It adds. I told you my theory.
That's how you cure the racial divide, by changing all the names and everything.
Listen, I'm with you.
No, listen.
I'm with you. Hey, you call it soccer, you call it football. It's the same sport.
That's right.
Same shit going on.
That's what heals.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know, I get excited. I was in Arizona 2 weeks ago, and I got, for the first time in about a year, to see homeless people.
Wow.
Yeah. They're still there.
In Arizona.
Yeah.
You can see here they're previously housed.
Yeah, previously housed.
There they have homeless people.
Good. There you go, Adam.
Thank
That's
you.
how you do it.
We have a clip of Stonestreet talking about this. All right.
You know, Chris Lloyd and a couple of the writers wrote a really great script that spun Jesse and I off in our life in Missouri. And they said no. They just said, we don't want to do it. And I think it hurt Jesse and I's feelings. I think it hurt Chris Lloyd's feelings. I mean,
how did it get to you?
Well, because I love my character. I love the show. I love Jesse. We had a great working relationship. We had amazing chemistry. We didn't know each other, and we built these characters that Steve and Chris wrote, and our writing staff cultivated. And I guess because we weren't maybe done, like I would have kept going. I think everyone would have kept
All right,
going.
we got it. I like Eric Stonestreet a lot. I mean, he's a good dude, but TV is fraught with people going, nah. I have a good script, or I have this guy attached, or I have that guy attached, and I got a really killer script, and they go, pass. I mean, that's all this business is.
Having been on a show, I was on Teen Wolf. We did 100 episodes, myself included. We all thought we deserved a spinoff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought there was going to be a Coach spinoff. We talked about it. They would lure me back every year. They're like, take the money. It's not as much as you probably think you deserve, but maybe we can do a Coach spinoff at some point. So I'm sure everybody on, what was that, Modern Family?
Yeah.
Feels like they deserve a spinoff. Dawson wants a spinoff from this show.
Yeah.
The show I did that everyone likes the most is the Adam Carolla project, where I rebuilt my dad's house with my old crew, and everyone loves that show. And 3 times a year, people go to me, "How come no season 2? It was a killer show. We love that show." And I go, "I don't know." They go, "Why didn't you do another year? Do another house? Do another season?" I'm like, "I don't know.
Right.
They don't want another season.
It's crazy.
That's all TV is." So Stonestreet, I like, but get used to it, Eric. He got on a show that ran for 12 seasons and was wildly successful. That is very rare.
Very rare.
The norm is them looking at a good script and going, "No, thanks." That's the norm of TV.
Right.
Who was the guy interviewing him in shorts and slippers? Or what were those? I couldn't stop looking at that.
I didn't see that.
I didn't. Was that Graham Norton? Was it? Did I read that on there? Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. Next story.
The sequel would have focused on the family, which added a baby boy relocating to the Midwest so Cam could pursue his dream of being a college football coach.
Mm-hmm.
And, if he makes noise about it, there's always a chance that a Netflix or a Tubi or something might pick it up. So I wouldn't say it's the end.
Graham
of that.
Bessinger. There you go.
Oh, Graham Bessinger.
How do we find that
Buzz
clip?
Bessinger.
I don't know.
Well,
Let's all go.
it seems that we're closer and closer and closer
Dawson,
to Navigating.
Navigating.
The U.S. Commerce Department on Monday, today, as we record this, is proposing a ban on the sale of import smart vehicles that use specific Chinese or Russian technology because of national security concerns. U.S. government agency found a range of national security risks from embedded software and hardware from China and Russia in U.S. vehicles, including the possibility of remote sabotage by hacking.
If the Israeli Defense Ministry can put explosives in pagers and set them off, everything's on the table in terms of remote detonation. And in 2006, I came up with an action movie called Navigating. And I said, it's out there. This scenario is out there, but this is coming on 20 years ago. Yeah. But I was talking about it. I had thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Because the second I saw a commercial for OnStar, like in 2003, and the guy standing outside of his GM product, and he's like, "Oh, I locked my keys in the car," and then the OnStar thing unlocks the car from the satellite. Yeah. I was like, "Uh-oh, it's on now." So I'll play a two-minute clip.
Is this of your thing? Or?
This is from my radio show with, I'm told, David Allen Greer in studio from 2006 on Navigating, which has got whacked down from 9 minutes because I didn't want to bore you, Orny.
I'm already bored. Are we going to play my OnStar bit? Big bit of mine, OnStar.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I closed my Takes the Third special. But here's what I love about you. Is every time there's something topical.
I'll buy the OnStar bit.
Oh, the OnStar bit's huge. Play the OnStar bit. Every time there's something topical, you will have talked about it or written a script about it 20 years prior.
Yes.
So it's like, it's funny because 15 years ago, Dr. Drew and I talked about people being sent up into space and they get stuck up there for 6 months. Yeah. And then Elon Musk has to rescue them. Play that clip. It's like, are you pre-recording these clips? Are you post-record? Are you doing the clips now is this a legitimate clip or is this a ruse that you do in the audience? It's always some. Listen, here's me 28 years ago talking about women that don't have kids and they're kidless cat women. Play that clip.
Pull up the clip from 2007 where I was going off about the Haktuya girl.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Pull up that clip.
Right.
It's out there.
Right.
I said one day, she's only 2 years of age right now.
But every time
this chick is going to spit on some cocks and capture the nation's imagination. And I know it's weird because she's only 3.5 right now. But she's going to grow up to be a lady.
Yeah.
One day.
No,
find that clip.
Every time I'm on, you've predicted the future in some project. You haven't even done that much. But you're always involved in a project that's you're like Nostradamus over there.
Yeah.
You're Nostras Carolla with your predictions. There isn't a current event that you haven't discussed.
Well, all right, but just
before.
for fun, you can find the clip of me saying Donald Trump is going to be president in 2016.
Yeah, you said that.
The year he became the president from 10 years before.
You've predicted everything.
No, well, now let's listen to Navageddon then, and let's see if I predicted this. This is from almost 20 years ago.
You know what I think, Adam? It's movie time. I'm going to lay back.
All right.
Let you and Mr. McG.
If you want to chime in and help color our world, that's fine.
I will color it.
Oh, this is
What's
McG.
this pitch, by the way? I'm curious.
It's a thriller.
Okay.
It's a glimpse into the future.
Got it.
And it's a cautionary tale about the Patriot Act and Big Brother spinning out of control.
I can dig it.
All right, we're going ahead, but not too far. The year 2007.5. Now, we'll go up to like 222.
Okay.
It's like 15 years ahead of now. The military is working on a satellite. It's a military satellite. Now, I play Colonel Duke Lacrosse. Okay? I'm in a top secret project that is working on this satellite that has artificial intelligence.
Ooh, AI.
It actually can think. It doesn't just obey commands from the earth anymore. It can actually think for itself. I realize this is spinning out of control, and I want no part of this project, but I know too much. I get out. I do that. I give in my papers, my resignation, and I'm out.
So our protagonist, Lacrosse, has a conscience.
That's right. That's good. Protagonist.
Yes.
That's the good guy.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay. So that's me. I go home. I'm a family man.
Got it.
Now, this, by the way, this satellite, which is now thinking for itself, and starting to beam evil things back down to Earth. Because, of course, every time you give a machine an idea, whenever they can think for themselves, they always turn bad. They never want to give you a BJ or I'll go walk this dog or anything. They turn on your ass. And now it's getting into cars' navigational systems, the GPS, because it's the year 222. Every car has a GPS now. And it's beaming its satellite down, its evil information down through the antenna of these cars, and it's telling good people to drive toward the Grand Canyon. Everyone is being forced toward the Grand Canyon. Oh, you think you're going out to get a quart of milk or pick the kids up from school? No way. Turn left here. Oh, the nursery school's to the right. Turn left. I know what I'm doing. Boom. Next thing you know, you're in Arizona, and you're driving into the Grand Canyon. Well, it's going after me. It's targeted me because I know I know too much, and I'm the only man who can take it down. Okay? By the way, it's called Navageddon. It's the end of the world via the navigation system that is built into every car now.
Oh, yeah. Well, in the original story, Bruce Willis was the hero, and scene 1 lights up on him pulling up into, like, he works at the Jet Propulsion Laboratories, and everyone has all the Teslas and all the electric cars parked, and he pulls up in a 71 Bronco, old school, and he gets out and, like, backfires and does a little post run, boom, boom, and everyone and his colleagues are walking past and making fun of him, like, why don't you join once you join us now in present time instead of 1971. And he's like, I don't trust a car that drives itself. And they start laughing at him and they walk in. That's where it begins, because eventually those cars, the self-driving cars, get corrupted and driven into the Grand Canyon. You're just a passenger.
Did you predict self-driving cars too?
Yeah, this thing was. Yeah, I had the self-driving car. The only way this was 10 minutes long got cut down to 2 minutes, although felt Orny like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I drifted.
But you drifted.
Yeah,
what I'm saying is, it's somewhere in one of these versions, there is the self-driving car, and that's taken over by the satellite.
That would have been the smarter,
into the
smarter bit. Yeah. Any chance the Israelis heard this pitch?
There's a very good chance.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the IDF heard this.
Do we have the OnStar bit so we can show Adam how you take, thoughts like that, but actually make it funny? If we could play that, please.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. 2 minutes. In the OnStar commercial, the guy like goes around a deer and then hits a tree. And then the lady calls him and talks to him about it. She's like, sir, we noticed you in a crash. Is everything okay? We've called the police. And I just picture some guy going, no! I'm shit-faced!
Man, you really sweetened this special.
Don't call the police! We were gonna push it off to the side of the road and sober up. Call Pizza Hut, don't call the police. We were just up in wine country trick-or-treating.
That's my bit. Joke. Back to my bit. Call back to my bit.
2006, this predates your 2-minute rant. Nobody 2011. Sir, we noticed both of your airbags went off. Is your wife okay? That's not my wife! You're not gonna call her too, OnStar? You're gonna ruin my life! You are infringing upon my Third Amendment right. That's it.
That's good.
That's how Pro does it.
Yeah. Well, Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo said, quote.
Hold on. Sorry, 1 second. It says Trump prediction, and then it says 7:30. But I'm not sure why that's.
Oh, he's giving out the Powerball numbers.
It means 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Right, but we could probably distill me predicting Trump was going to be president in 2016 without listening for full 7:30. There's probably a part
at the very top, actually. We just saw 7:30, so we write it on there for you so you can know how long it is.
Oh, because I wouldn't go to a clip that was that long. But okay, we'll have that. Oh, maybe we'll just play it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
He's going to be president in 8 years. You understand that, everybody? You understand Donald Trump is going to be president. He'll be president one day. It'll be in our lifetime.
Now, will he still have Melankia or whatever her name is?
No, because she will have seen her 38th birthday.
Right, so there'll be a new Slavic.
So I guess I said in
that's
8
right.
years in 2008. I think that's.
What were you basing that on? That's impressive.
No, just Ted. When people have become ubiquitous, see, eventually you have to become president because there's nothing left to do.
You fascinate me. 2 thoughts come to mind. You say so much shit.
Like Shaquille O'Neal will be president one day because there's just nothing left for him to do.
Is that a prediction?
It is. It is.
Wow. Okay, mark that. Mm-hmm. But I think it's this, Dawson, and I think you'll agree. You say so much shit. You talk for hours a day, and it's part of the public record. You have so much to talk about. You probably predicted everybody would be president.
You're right.
You're just pulling that clock. You're like 2 things. One, you're like the broken clock is right twice a day.
That's right. That's one of my sayings that I coined.
But that's what I think
There's
you
tape
are.
of me coining that
I'm sure you coined that.
in 1871.
And then you're like the what's that theory where if the monkeys just banged on a typewriter.
That
Eventually,
at some point a Shakespearean play would come out.
that's you.
I don't agree with that theory that if you gave 1,000 monkeys 1,000 years and 1,000 typewriters, Hamlet would come out at some point.
Yes.
Like, I don't really subscribe to that.
I don't either.
You remind me of the chimp. Like I was watching that documentary, Chimp Crazy, and the chimp go, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." And I looked at my girlfriend and go, that's Carolla, right? That's Carolla.
All right, sorry for cutting you off.
That's all right. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo said, and I quote, "In extreme situations, a foreign adversary could shut down or take control of all of their vehicles operating in the United States all at the same time, causing crashes or blocking roads." But it goes deeper than that. They also say that the Chinese government would be able to monitor individual Americans, their travel behavior to and from, find out where their children go to school, find out what hospitals they go to, how often they're going to the hospital. Maybe there's a health problem here, making individual American citizens vulnerable to espionage or
scary
stuff like that.
We're fucking idiots because think about all of the energy this country expelled yelling at people that said COVID came from a lab in China and how all we did was yell at anyone and call them racist and whatever it is. I mean, they must be laughing their fucking asses off over there. China is evil and would love to see our demise, and all we do is argue about, well, you said China virus, and that's racist, and you need to take that shit back. They must be laughing their fucking asses off. They came up with COVID in a lab, and either it escaped or they did it on purpose, but either way, we had 3 full years of screaming at people who even suggested it may have come from the lab. That's got to be awesome for China, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it adds a layer of protection.
Yes.
Because, people can feel uncomfortable saying that.
Well,
and so.
But the bigger question is, who are the people that knew it didn't come from the lab?
The people that leaked it out of the lab.
Who knew it didn't come from the lab here?
Oh.
Everyone on CNN knew it, but how did they know?
I don't know. I don't know the timeline.
They didn't know. They didn't know. They know they hated Trump because he said it did come from the lab. So they just said that's wrong because he said it, which is going to hurt your batting average as a news organization. That's the thing. They just yelled at anyone who said it did. But it's still got to be nice for China to watch us scream at people after unleashing a virus from a lab.
But it must bring you great comfort to know that the accusation was it always came out of China, whether it was a wet market or a lab.
Yes.
It was never like, oh, no, this isn't.
It was stupid that we even drew the distinction that somehow the wet market was so much more noble than the lab, which is insane.
Well, the lab would be purposeful, perhaps.
Yeah.
And those are responsible people that shouldn't let a virus leak. Whereas the wet market, if you look at it, it's, it's vulgar.
But anyway, it was all bullshit and it was a lie. And I guess the people knew it was a lie. I don't know what CNN, if they know anything. I know Fauci knows shit. So he's lying and people trying to protect him are lying. But the rest of people are just sort of useful idiots who go along with the lie. But either way, China's got to be happy that they unleashed this virus on the world and everyone just beat themselves up about, all we did was yell at each other for this and nothing ever got back to China. Like, hey, China, maybe you should write us a check. We lost a little commerce over here. Some people died. There were some schools shut down. Like maybe there's something you owe us here.
Well, you know how we do tariffs on goods. Why not tariffs on diseases and viruses? There should be a virus tariff that we impose on China.
We should be making those viruses right here in the US of A. Yeah, that's right.
You know what I thought of the other day? You ever think of a joke like a few years too late and you're just pissed off at yourself? Because, like, I go after, every sort of, like, I open going after Texas, but I also like to go after California for our stupidity and stuff like that. And I thought in California, when you Google COVID shot, the first thing that fills in is how many calories.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That is so sad.
So but no, that's my joke. I just thought of that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but now it sounds like me and your Halloween bit, like I'm trying to recycle.
Evergreen.
Yeah, a bit.
Listen, I will on rare occasion do a John Wayne Bobbitt bit.
That's great.
Now that guy got his dick cut off.
Everywhere you go,
that guy's dick got cut off 30 years.
Piece of me.
You were so tone deaf.
He threw it out of the car.
I know. Now, here's the whole thing. My John Wayne Bobbitt bit, that happened 30 years ago, but I got a fresh angle on it.
What is it? Let me hear it. Because I'm the comedy police.
Okay.
I can sign off on it. I have the authority.
Basically, the angle is two angles. How did they find it? Like you throw my dick out of a moving car at night, and that'll be the last we see of my cock.
His dick was a little bigger than yours.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think a Cub Scout troop would trip over it the following day.
Okay, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to ruin this bit.
Yeah.
But they had dick sniffing dogs.
They had dick sniffing dogs. That was
right.
But that's part of it as well.
Yeah.
But the Cub Scout troop. The real angle for John Wayne Bobbitt bit that makes it so fresh.
Yeah, let me hear it.
And so contemporary. Like right off the griddle.
I got to hear it. It's going to be political.
Fresh off the press.
I know it's going to be political.
No.
Oh.
He got divorced from Lorena because he beat her and then she cut his dick off. And then he got with a new woman and he beat her too. And then he got with the next woman and he beat her as well. So the point is the activity that he engaged in that got him his dick cut off, he didn't stop.
Oh, you're saying he was still beating after his dick got cut off?
He was moving on to the next relationship and beating them. And basically, you cut my dick off, I cease the behavior.
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of the angle.
Is that the punchline? Is that the final?
The angle is
gotta go further.
You say what you want about John Wayne Bobbitt, but that dude was focused.
Yeah.
Because he didn't stop. So if I woke up in the middle of the night and I was missing my dick, and I said to my woman, "Why'd you cut my dick off?" And she said, "Why'd you leave the garage door open again?" Guess who would never forget to close the garage door? That's basically it.
But here's the thing. What's the worst thing that can happen to a guy? His dick gets cut off.
Right.
So why would he stop that behavior? The worst thing that can happen is the second woman recuts the dick off, and then he gets it reattached. So he's not going to stop his behavior. You know what I mean?
I don't. I really don't know what you mean.
Look, the worst thing that can happen to a guy is his dick.
The worst has already happened.
It's happened. So what's the worst thing? He goes on and does it again. Then the next woman cuts his dick off. What are you going to do? It's already been cut off. Just please hit the same scar line. That's all I'm saying. Throw that in there. Then I'm going to sell you my denture bit.
You got a denture bit?
I got a denture bit.
But I got another angle.
Okay, go ahead.
There's probably only a handful of surgeons that can do the cock reattachment surgery.
Not since then. People have actually gone to school.
Well, yeah, but we're living in 1993 here.
Yeah.
It's only a handful of guys. I don't know. He's in bumfuck Missouri. There's probably only one dude. Can you imagine if that guy's phone rings in the middle of the night and he go, "We have to do a cock reattachment again." And he goes, "Who is it?" Same guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be like, "Are you fucking? You got to be shitting me."
Yeah. You know, there's thousands of nerves that have to be individually reattached in the cock. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let me ask you a question. The guy who reattaches the cock, front of the Disney line?
Oh, yeah. That guy.
That
guy goes right to the front.
No question.
Him, Dawson, serial killers, they give it no thought.
What color?
All. They go right to the front.
What color is his American Express card? You got like him. You got Sully Sullenberger that landed the plane in the Hudson. These guys.
Right to the front.
Whatever you want.
Right to the front of the line.
For life.
Yeah.